Hello, Hope+Elim. Pastor Brown here, another E-News. Listen, I'm standing here in the Drake community, our community, your community, a place that we are focused on making certain that we be a lighthouse and we let our light shine. So listen, before getting to the prayer walk, can we just back up a little bit? Speaking of backing up, Ryan Colasar, tremendous message to us, filled our hearts, and also challenged us to back up and to dump some stuff that we've been carrying, to unload, to let some stuff go. What a beautiful sermon, what a beautiful illustration of the man of God really giving us the word of God that can put salve on our wounds, that our wounds can become scars, that we live life not from our wounds where we're bleeding out, but that we're living it from our scars, where we're healed and we're understanding that we can be a blessing to someone else. Well done, Ryan Colasar. Now look, we're planning on embarking upon an amazing opportunity to be a blessing to this community with the Community Prayer Walk. If you remember, about last year in November, we had a unity prayer walk where we focused on the Jericho model, using Jericho as an acronym. Well, now the unity prayer walk is done. It's time for the community prayer walk, where we not only embark upon the church, but we embark upon the block and the boundaries of this community. So we invite you in. Join us beginning this Sunday, October 6th, after worship, as we begin to use Nehemiah and the fact that Nehemiah was sent to go and rebuild the walls that was in his community. That's what we want to do. October 6th, we're going to start with rebuilding relationships. That's the R in the acronym of rebuild. And we're going to pray for God to rebuild families and neighbors and co-workers. We're going to pray about, in day 2, empathy, that we be sensitive to the needs of others and we understand that they need to hear from the church. In day 3, we're going to really walk and pray for bridges to be built in this community. Bridges that's going to allow us to connect with people and to be an extension of the church, not only in the church, but in the community. We're going to pray for unity in and throughout the church, but also in this community. There are needs. There are people who need to know they're not alone, that we are better together. In day 5, we're going to pray for inspiration, that we don't become indifferent, we don't become settled and dry, but that we inspire and have hope for what God is doing, not only in Hope+Elim, but in and throughout our community. In day 6, we're going to pray that the love of God permeate throughout this community because of our light that shines, the love that we have for each other is felt in and beyond the walls of the church. And then in day 7, yes, we're going to walk in dominion. We're going to walk in the dominion and the authority that God gave us to be the church. It's time to rebuild, and we start as a cornerstone through prayer. Join us for the Community Prayer Walk as we rebuild the walls that are in this community by shining our light together. Now, October 12th, that's the time that we're going to shout, but it's also a time that we're going to clean up our building. Come on, it's time. Many are registering, but many are still needed. So go online and register for the cleanup on October 12th from 9 to noon, and then at noon, the final prayer walk, the culmination from 12 to 1, the shout at 1 p.m. on Saturday, October 12th. Listen, it's time. Let's go.